Another one of the illustrious Chryslers from this row. There are quite a few beautiful Chryslers in this row, but this one here, I've never seen a show, well, besides the Chrysler Nationals, that had an Imperial in it. It's a 1964 Imperial. Look at this. Let me just make sure. Just want to make sure I get it. Yeah, 1964 Imperial. This is a very attractive car. It's got twin styling on it. Half of it's from Virgil Exner, and the other half is from Elwood Engel. You know, it's pretty much everything from the greenhouse up would be Exner, and everything from the belt line down would be Engel. Engel designed a Lincoln Continental during this era in the early 60s, and it was perceived as a commercial success. So he was wooed to Chrysler to turn around some of their odd styling that they had suffered from in the early 60s. So this thing here is an example of that. This is a full frame car. As a separate, it differed from other Chryslers of the era, which were all unibody. This is a Crown Coupe, which would have been the top of the line. Would it have been top of the line? No. Top of the line would have been LeBaron, right? So the LeBaron would have been the top of the line. This would have been the entry level, the Crown Coupe. Look at that interior. That looks very comfortable. I've never seen one of these in person in good shape and in great shape like this. I've seen Imperials, but not a 1964 that looks this immaculate. You know, these cars are very hard to find because unlike Cadillacs and Lincolns, they just didn't hit the sales goals, even though they were less costly than a Cadillac. But this one looks very nice. The one thing I don't like on this car, I'll show you. Those taillights. As big as this car is, you see how large this car is? And they gave you these taillights, and they're not very bright. What they should have done was use this entire panel for illumination. And then they could have put your fuel filler door behind here, which they did for this year. But later on, they could have put your reverse light here. But we're all talking hindsight, armchair quarterbacking, what they could have done. And you know, well, when someone invents a time machine, I'll hop in and go back and tell those guys. But I really would like to know why they didn't sell as well as the Cadillacs and Lincolns, even though they were incredibly attractive cars. There's a lot of theories that they were being sold at the same store as Plymouth and Chrysler, but then again, so were Cadillacs. You know, Cadillac was a premium line that you have to couple with a lower income line like a Pontiac or an Oldsmobile, and GMC truck is to weather the storm during economic hard times. But this is a 64. For 65, they recessed the headlights a bit, removed the bifurcation in the sheet metal for the grille, and they positioned the headlamps behind glass. And for 66, they kept the headlight placement, but they just made the grille thinner. And then for 67, they changed the body style altogether. But these are very attractive cars. And of the cars from this era, you have the 69 Lincoln Continental Mark III, and you have the 64 to 66 Imperials that are awesome and incredibly attractive. I hope he wins. In his class, mid-60s Chrysler. But then again, he's got a lot of heavy competition from the other mid-60s Chryslers here too. So all we can do is wish for the best.